Hi. I don't know if anyone's here yet. It's 12:32. So I'm going to take a minute and finish my yogurt. I think people are going to show up. And this time, I managed to figure out how to manage going live. So I didn't have to start a second chat. Oh, and friends, remember, be sure to be in live chat, not talk chat. I wasn't. I just changed it. As some of you are going to see once you enter, I'm not in Kansas anymore. No, I'm not at my family home in the Bay Area. I'm at my homestead. So all of you who have been curious about what I talk about when I say I live in a homestead in a rural county on 20 acres, this is what I mean. Let's see. Is anybody here? I don't know. I think I might have a lurker, but so I'll just let people trickle in, assuming they do. I'm in California. I've been selling vintage for 22 years. But I have always gone to thrift stores. I've always loved it. I've always collected. My husband owned a vintage toy store in the early 80s, and they specialized in selling lunch boxes. And this was right when lunch boxes started trending. In fact, I think they helped push the market. It was a fantastic place. I learned a lot, and I spent a lot of time early in the morning at the Goodwill bins back then. And back then, you could find everything at the bins. It was great. So I ship from California. For anyone who's here, I use Pirate Ship to give you the cheapest rates. I'll type that in the chat just in case anyone comes in. I find things at the best price that I can, living in California and shopping in the Bay Area. Occasionally I pay up for items because they deserve it. And sometimes I give to you an item at the cost that I paid for it just because I want to pass it on. All of my items are vintage, which is 20 years old, but generally speaking, my items are at least 1960s, if not earlier. Occasionally, there's something in the 2000s that is just really nice, and I find it, so I pick it up and I bring it, but not very often. Okay, so I'm going to type this. Whoops, what did I do? I don't see anyone here. Hey, something's trying to pop up on my computer that I don't want. Let's get rid of it. If anyone's here, could you give me a hello? Okay. Well, I don't, this is unusual. I'm on the community calendar. This is my third sale, same day, same time. It's the first time that I haven't had anyone at all. And maybe no one likes the things I'm bringing today. Yeah, I don't know. It's been 5 minutes. I know people on the East Coast, it's 3:30, so you're not quite off work. And on the West Coast, it's middle of lunchtime, 12:30. So I'm going to give y'all about to 10 minutes before I sign off and just close the sale and bring the exact same items back next week. In the meantime, anyone like quilts? That one is a late 1990s. I think it's from China, but it's still beautiful. That one, my mother made me in the 1980s, maybe 1990s, early 1990s. And also the tiny little lap blanket with ladybug creatures my mother made me. And the Afghan on the couch with the, it's not zigzag, there's another name for it. My mother also made, and I love the colors. My dog likes it too. It keeps him warm on the couch. Okay, well, I'm going to post on Instagram that I'm live using my dandy phone here. And if no one comes in, I'll just call it a day and move on. Not upset. Things happen. But it's a little odd. I know yesterday sales were really slow. There weren't very many. So not really sure. Let's see. I'm live right now. Anyone want to come on over to my YouTube channel? Question mark. Check my prior post for links. Period. It's been 8 minutes, which isn't unusual, but in another 5, I'm going to close the sale. Okay. I've posted. Have I made it private? I swear it's public. Let's find out. I can't believe I would make it. How do I plan to go live? It's definitely public. Not made for kids. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, done my part. It's very weird to be sitting here talking to myself. I did years ago when I graduated with my master's degree in social work and child and family therapy, do a YouTube resume. And that was public for a long time. I made it private after I announced I was going live. So a lot of you saw that. Sorry about that. But it is now private. So I have sat on and talked to myself with the goal of talking to others in the past. See, and I had 2 people and 1 person dropped out. Why? Because nothing's happening. I mean, I could pick up an item and start selling it, but nobody's here. So, Here you go. I will show an item, but right now I'd be showing it only to myself. That doesn't make sense. I know what I am. I know what I buy. So that doesn't make sense. I did a preview. I posted it both on Instagram, my Instagram account, same name, Fantastic Finds, and my YouTube channel yesterday afternoon. And between the two of them, I've got about 40 watches. So people definitely know that I'm here. They've seen my items. And I know my items aren't terrible. They're not super uncommon, but they're not common. I have one item in particular, which is really unusual. And several nice glass pieces, lots of kitsch, brooches, an antique saucer, crafting stuff, trading bead necklace. Lots of interesting stuff, but no participant. I see one person here. So I tell you what, one person besides me. I know who it is. I don't know their name. But I'm going to hold something up and see what happens. And I'm going to close it because this doesn't make sense to me. Okay. So my first item is this gorgeous 1960s, 1970s brass vase. It looks like they made it in two sections because there's this ring right here to create this wideness here. It does have the rings around it. Let's see if we can get the rings to show. Not really. This is not really a dent. It's the slightest little thing. It looks quite large on the ring light, but it is not, I assure you. It has a lot of patina, solid brass. Same thing as this piece down here. It is made in India. There's a little stamp in made in India. It is about 6 inches tall and about 2 inches wide right here with this part that juts out, bulbous. And I think it's lovely. No damage, no wear. It's actually very shiny. And I am going to start this at $15. And my only other person just dropped out. Someone gave me a like and they disappeared. So I'll write it down for sale. Well, that gives me a bunch of time today to do other things. 14 minutes. I don't know. I have some solid people that told me that I have someone back in again. I just showed a brass vase. No one was interested. I don't know if no one can get in. No one can see me. I don't know. So I showed a brass vase made in India, 1970, $15 start. And I'll type it in the chat. Type in pass. I'll show one more item. And then I'll show these and then really honestly see here again, it's just me. I mean, I have scheduled this time to be here with y'all. But to have no one after 15 minutes is extremely unusual. Oh, good Lord. Okay, moving on. This is going to be the last item that I'm going to show. These are salt and peppers, clown with reamer hats, polka dots, right? The little circus clowns. Pepper has less holes. Salt has more. Tops are yellow. And salt has salt, SAULT, something Canada on the back. So I'm thinking these were somewhere near Niagara Falls. They have their original stoppers made in Japan. These are 1930s to early 1940s, right before occupied Japan. And I'm starting them at $12. They're in remarkable shape. I got them at a great price. They're not uncommon, but I think they're fabulous. I think they would make adorable Christmas settings for the kids' tables, Thanksgiving, or just to add to your salt and pepper collection. So again, these are starting at $12. I'll type it in the chat, and then I'll show you one more time. Oh, hey, Karen Williams. It does start that way, and it does happen. I've been in many a live where I've seen that. It hasn't happened in mine yet. So Karen, how's it going? Number one. Number two, Karen, do you think I should keep going? Because it's been almost 18 minutes and you're the only person that's actually engaged in the chat. So while I've set this time aside, I feel silly talking to myself. So give me an idea here, Karen. I didn't ask Annette to mod today because, I've only had about 12 to 15 people at a time. And I didn't want to presume that he was always just going to wake up first thing and mod for me. I didn't feel like that was reasonable. So, Karen, if you're still in the chat, let me know what you think I should do. I really, don't need to spend an hour and a half making a whole live sale that people can watch later. Okay, Karen, but so let me ask you, Karen, I put out notifications on my Instagram. I have over 1,000 followers, which is really awesome. I did that in about a year. And I've got almost, I don't know, close to 90 on this channel. I know I miss Pamela. I'm on the community calendar. I was in Calypso Cats with Mama's Treasures Rebecca last night. And so I feel like I notified people. I don't know. I don't want to be really pushy and send out all the emails and everything. I don't think I'm big enough. Hey, Jenna, How's it going? I'm glad you dropped in. Thank you. I been like 20 minutes. Oh, well, that's true, Karen. That's true. Got about 30 to 40 previews of my live sale. So I don't know. Now 2 of you are here. I'll do a couple more items. And then if no one else shows up, I'm going to just close it. So I did a brass vase that started at 15, clown salt and peppers at 12. And why don't I just pick stuff that's like, Janet, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad at all. Honestly, this is my 3rd sale. I'm still building it. I'm still learning, even though everyone else, and I've learned from them, I'm learning from my channel. And nobody's doing anything wrong at any way other than perhaps me. So I'm going to show, since no one's here, I'm just going to go out of order and show a couple things. So this is really spectacular. The only problem is, but it's not a problem because you can find them, is it doesn't have its original flower frog. Other than that, it has no damage. The silver poppy leaf design on this Viking 3-footed flower frog bull is in mint condition. I mean, mint condition. It's beautiful. It's even got the silver all along the top. I really considered keeping this for myself. I actually came home and tried to see if I had the glass flower frog that fits it, but sadly I do not. Hashtag no C, no C, no chips, no cracks. Here are the 3-footed legs. It is Viking. What is this, like the 1950s, 1960s? It is about 4 inches around, 3 inches tall, and flower frog would have to be, to fit down in there, 3 inches. 3 inches around. And I'm going to start this at 20, which I think is really reasonable. So this is start at 20. It's just amazing to me. I don't know. I hope you guys can see this. There's just no missing silver on this poppy flower pattern. The feet are in perfect condition. I love this hashtag no C, no C. So start at 20. I love the silver overlay too, Jenna, and I've always loved it, but it was out of style for a long time. You know how things go in and out of style. I've never really paid attention to that. I buy what I like, and I bring what I like, because if I don't like it, I can't really discuss it. I can't really sell it because I don't care about it. So, yeah, it's beautiful. Like I said, there's a ton of flower frogs out there. And of course, you could also just put a candle in here. You could also use it for miniature tea bud roses. Use your imagination. But I'm going to put it aside, and I'll bring one more item, and then we'll see what happens. Pass. Okay. What should I bring? How about something entirely different? How about this? How about this little tiny 1980s, 1970s gold tone, but it's the metal. It's not painted on. Enameled 3 rose petaled brooch. Let's see if I can. Let's see, where am I? Okay, so there's one of the flowers. There's no damage. I used to exclusively sell vintage jewelry in 2001 on eBay, around when they first started. And so I have 2 boxes of it. This has been sitting forever. It was stuff I kept back for me, but I'm not going to wear it anymore. There is a little yellow pansy. No damage. And there is the other rose, kind of right behind it. No damage. The back looks like this. It's a more standard clasp. It's not a C clasp. That's why it's 70s, quite likely 80s, but it's very high quality. This is the color of the metal, not sprayed on. There's no damage to the pin. There's no damage to these little flowers. They're enameled. And this ceramic porcelain, I'm going to find it on my list, but I'm going to tell you that this starts at $18. And will likely be my last item if no one else pops on. But I have to find it. I'm not going in order because yeah, no one's really here. And that's okay. That's totally okay. Starts at 18. So as long as we're just sitting here, y'all, how is everyone today? Huh? Karen, are you in Canada? Is that right? Are you the Karen that's in Canada, or is that Karen Gillette? Hey, Kathy Wiseman, how's it going? You showed up. I've been on for almost half an hour, and I've only had a couple people, so I've only shown out of order 3 items. And I was going to close on this one because, you know, if no one was here but me talking to me, it made me feel kind of crazy. So, and by the way, welcome to my homestead. I'm always talking in the chat about missing my homestead, living at my homestead, wanting to be at my homestead. Well, this is my homestead. Okay, now you guys get to have a little sneak into where I live. Kathy, you're seeing 7? Well, good. I'm glad. So this enamel porcelain pansy in 2 roses, no damage to the flowers, gold, almost brass, coppery bow, enameled pin, 1980s, possibly 1970s. Can we see there's the back. Started at 18. And I'm going to pass. Hi, Connie. How's it going? Okay. So I showed a brass vase, showed the clown salt and peppers. I'm going to show the hand painted plate. Jenna, thank you. I will do that. It gets a little, thank you, Connie. It gets a little complicated because I spend like 2 weeks here, and then I have to close items from that sale because they stay here, and then I go down to my father's where I, care give to him, and then there's items there, and then I have to close those. But I'll go through it. So I'm going to go through an order. I showed the brass vase and the clown salt and pepper. If anyone who just popped in wants to see them again, let me know. Okay. Now I'm going to, sorry, Sorry for my reach, y'all. Okay, this is a hand-painted plate from Bavaria. Do you see those little petals right here and how they're like 3D? They are, because this is completely hand-painted. It is not glazed over. The workmanship on that is absolutely stunning. It's from Bavaria. There's the gold paint in the cutouts. I don't know what kind of flowers they are. It's a mixture of some type of a mum or a daisy, and then like a, I don't know, cherry flowers on a branch. There is no maker's mark, but I did my research. This obviously used to be hanging on a wall because it has that kind of catching from metal, just slight wear, no big chips or cracks at all. There's no missing paint, although the gold is a little worn. I believe that this is from the 1930s. It could be the 1950s, although hand painting like this was starting to go out of style by then. It was just too much work. And this plate is going to start at $10. I'll type that in the chat. I didn't ask for a mod. Yeah, it's funny doing this. There you go. Hey, Sherry. How's it going? Thank you for popping in. So I've showed a couple items, and I'm now on this hand-painted mums and cherry blossoms plate from Bavaria. 8 inches around. It's decorative. I wouldn't want to use it. $10 start. It's not as big as my head. I don't have a big head, fortunately. If anything, I have a lower self-esteem, believe it or not. Okay, I'm going to pass on the plate. And I've got things behind me because I have a different setup. So just be patient with me as I put my whole face in the camera. Yes. Okay. I think this is a really interesting piece. Sorry. Look, see, y'all, I have to, I have a little cart that I could put everything on and roll over here, but it's filled with all my art stuff. Like I really do art. I don't, very rarely, but I need to get something like so I can bring it over to my table. All right. So this is your classic Swan bathroom, guest bathroom hand towel holder. I think it's spectacular. It's that kind of celadon green. It's really basic, but mermaid guest bathroom. I think it's I love it. I love this thing. It is, well, go figure, huh? Says copyright by Saturday Night Limited, Japan. Go figure. I mean, you know, of course it's made in Japan. This on this is $12. $12. And it is about 7 to 8 inches wide. Be, you know, from here to here, and about 5 inches wide with that space where you just roll the hand towel and stick it right here. You could put maybe a roll of toilet paper, but I wouldn't. I would either just display it in your bathroom near your bathtub, something like that, or put hand towels in it. So this starts at 10, just your celadon green. I'm sorry, 12. Nope. So retract 12. M 7 to 8 inches long, 5 inches wide. Oh, I like that, Karen. Roll it up and keep it together with a brooch. That's a really nice idea too. Hashtag member of the brooch team. Like I said, I used to exclusively only sell vintage jewelry. And back then you had to look in a book. You had to know your stuff. This isn't showing up as well as I'd like it to. It's 3 different colors of gold, copper, and a lighter metal with rhinestones. It's from the 1930s. It's a stunner. Sherry, you're having internet issues? I believe you. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. I live in the country and I have them on a regular basis. So I'm grateful this is even working today. Okay, we're going to pass on the swan. Next item that I'm going to bring is the both of these. Both of these. Now, both of these, in my opinion, could use some either bong cleaner or, good Lord, denture cleaner. And one is blue and one is brown. There is no damage other than there is a little bit of hard water stains. The brown one is, excuse me, where'd they go? The brown one is about 7 inches tall and the blue one is 10 inches tall. They're just your basic Volcante bubble bud vase. You can see the straw marks. There's no chips, no cracks. They do need that clean. I live, here we go, in a rural valley where I pump my water up to a tank and shock it with bleach, and it has minerals. It is hard water. So when I go to clean something, if it's glass, it will clean it out, but it can also just leave even more hard water stains. So I don't really see the logic in trying to do that. These are going to start at $16 a piece. Here's the blue. We all know what these are, right? Here's the bottom. This one, you can really see the, if I can get it just right. Can I? I'm not sure that I can. There's straw marks in top. There's some. You see how the older glass, you can just see from this angle, it's older glass. It's filled with straw marks. So this is choice, starting at 16 each. The brown one shorter. The blue one is taller. See, there's a little tiny smuts. It's actually, that's a bubble. That's a bubble. That's a bubble, y'all. That's a bubble in the, because this is hand blown. And then apply Volcante bubbles. This is a beautiful fall color, the brown one. The blue one is beautiful Christmas colors. If you're going to do a blue and silver Christmas, the difference in size. $16 start. Oh my God. Hold on, y'all. I just made you really little. I don't even know what I did. Start 16 choice. And I see Connie. Hi, Connie. Did I say hi to you? I did. Didn't I? And if I didn't, I apologize. Hi, Connie. I see that Connie's in at 16. Oh, cute, Sherry. Yeah. I love this brooch. And like I said, I have 2 boxes full of brooches like this, copper Renoir, Bakelite, so much. Joy, I have more. I have brooches I'm bringing today. So I will move it along. And I'm going to be slowly selling all of those in live sales. Okay. So last time, here's the 2 choices. The brown is 7 inches and the blue is 10. They need denture, bond cleaner, vinegar, however it is you do it. There's no chips, no cracks, nothing wrong with them. I think they're beautiful. And I'm going to go ahead and start counting it down. I'm going to do 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And sold to, to Connie. Connie, which one or both would you like? Let me know. And I don't have your information. At the top, I put in my information. Both, please. Connie, you got it. Thank you, Connie. I appreciate it. Connie Miller. Both. So, Connie, I ship from California. I use Pirate Ship. I'll be invoicing within 48 hours. And if you could send me the usual, your YouTube name, your real name, and your PayPal link and your address to, I'll type it in one time, mscwalker@att.net by the end of today. That's spectacular. Thank you, Connie. I appreciate it very much. Okay, now we're going to do this guy. And here we go. Up and down. Boy. So this is a squatty apothecary jar. It is really thin. You hear that? Thin. With this beautiful little top. I don't see. Let's see. I don't see a lot of straw marks. There is no hashtag, no chips, no cracks. I do see Ponto. Do you see, now you see the rings? Or, the imperfections, the straw mark on there during the mold. And you see right there, that's not scratches. That's from where they broke it off and smoothed the Ponto. So I believe that this is from the 1930s, possibly 50s, but it's so very thin. So I'm going to let you all be the judge of that. It is 5 inches tall and about 5 inches at its widest down here. And I am going to start this at $22. I'm going to go ahead and type that in. It is hilarious typing with my left hand with my little fingers as I show the item. There's no chips, no cracks, no maker. And, there's lots of these that I could find. But I didn't see graduating sizes. So it is my opinion that these were, mass produced at some point in this century and used for probably candy. Write it on a sign and Sherry. Maybe I could. You know what I need to do? I put it at the very top before people came in, and I need to pin it to my video. I'm just not quite that tech savvy. But maybe I could hold up a little sign. Nate modded from the first two sales, and I didn't want to ask him to do that on a regular basis because I think when my sale starts, it's something like 7:30 in the morning his time. So, I didn't want to do that. So, no chips, no cracks. This is gorgeous coming up. Fill it with some teeny tiny mercury balls to decorate for Christmas. Put it in your bathroom. It's large enough where you can put little bath beads in here easily. You could keep your flat eyeshadow palettes in it. You could put candy for Halloween that, you open and you let your grandkids have one, right? Yeah, Nate is such a good guy. Yep, candy corn would be little tiny Hershey Kisses, the green, the different colored one that you get around the holidays, the orange and black, and then we move to the Christmas colors. Exactly. So this started at 20, 5 inches tall, and about 5 inches at the widest, this squatty little apothecary. Very thin, so I would pack it really well. So I'm going to type pass. And move to my next item. Okay. This is, I know, about 20 years old. Okay. Not something that a lot of people would bring, but I am, and I love it. This is a wood carved frog woven box. This is the back. One little piece coming loose. See the wicker? And it opens and closes like this. So you just pull it and it opens. There's the wood. The bottom. There's also a beautiful wood. And you see how the wicker actually goes through the holes both on the top and the bottom to hold it in. I think this frog is so cute. Here he is. I don't know what kind of wood it is, but I do believe he's on lily. So that could be a clue. Maybe he's from Thailand or India. That's a good possibility. There's no damage to him. This little guy is going to start at $18. $18. And he's 4 inches around. I think this would be really nice for a fall decoration chair. I also think it would be really cool for nature lovers to get this and then put a gift inside. And this is the Christmas wrapping. This is the wrapping that goes under the tree. And inside is what? An engagement ring, a bunch of potpourri, a beautiful vintage handkerchief, whatever it is the person that you know and you love that you're giving it to. I leave that to your imagination. There's a lot that could fit in here. It's really nice. And it's a reddish color. Brooch. Connie's like, bring me a brooch. And this is the only thing. And this is not any damage. And I think this happened in manufacturing. Here's the bottom. No makers. And again, I really couldn't tell you what type of 2 brooches, and it would be perfect. Yes, Sherry. I don't know what type of wood it is. So here's where I insert. If you are watching this after the sale and you see an item you like that wasn't claimed and you would like it, please reach out to me at MSC Walker, WALKER, at att.net. And I will let you know if it's still available and we can sell it. Okay, so I'm going to pass on this and I'm going to move along a little faster now that people are here. People were not here for a while. So this is just a little tiny guy. Where'd he go? Here he is. This is a small porcelain Gobel sparrow. Can I get his details in? Let's see. Oh Lord. The ring light. There you go. Do you see the little white lines? Those little details go all throughout his back to give him more of a realistic look. He has hashtag no chips, no cracks. A little black with a hint of blue and a little bit of gray at the bottom. Throat and breast. These are his eyes. He's very realistic. The wings. Ring lights. Ring lights. I'm not sure that I really like them. You see how it's lighter down here? So he's dark brown and he goes into a light brown. He is 3.5 inches tall by about 3.5 inches wide. He's a sparrow, 1960s. He starts at $12. Perfect for winter time coming up. Nice addition to your mantle. Nice gift. He wouldn't fit in that box. But he is $12. No chips, no cracks. Here's his bottom. There's no maker, but I researched him and he's better quality Gobel. Yeah, exactly, Sherry. And I love birds. I'm a birder, so amateur, but still a birder. Every time I see one, I stare at that and try to figure out what it is and write it on my bird book. So I'm going to pass on him. And thank you all for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Good. There's some key that every time I touch it, it wants to bring up my home screen like I want to read the news right now, which I don't. Okay. This is going to start at $18. This is something I couldn't leave behind at the thrift store when I found her. She's a composite doll, wood, handmade clothing. I'm guessing she's from the 40s or 50s based on her dress. She's not perfect, but I think she'd be great at this time of year, Halloween, if you want to give her like a witch hat and maybe give her a cloak. She's got one little bit of her thumb missing. This hand is perfectly fine. Right there, you see a little bit of thumb. Hey, Fart Set Jack. Let me try that again. FSJ, Fart Jack. How's it going, dude? I hope you're having a good day. So my biggest issue with her is this is all hand done, glued on hair, and she's missing some of her hair. That's why I thought she'd be really great right now, because you could do a total witch hat. These are all handmade clothes, old flannel. This is actually a hand embroidered shirt. These are from Mexico. Underneath her skirt, here we go. She has little underwears on, handmade little underwears. And she has her little feet. And you see how this one little feet, I think that actually either an animal got to it. That's what I think. But she's dressed and she moves. Yep, she does. And she starts at 18. She is about 10 inches tall. She's got these lovely, lovely braids. They're glued on, and this little necklace. It's all glued on. It's all hand done. This needs to be repaired. 18 bucks. You can kind of see like a little bit of like a peasant face, but she's very healthy. Healthy little girl. Arms move. I'm just going to put in the start at 18, and then I'm going to put in pass. Whoops. Good Lord. I should not be typing with my left hand. Okay. Okay, say goodbye to Sally. Bye. Okay. So this, y'all, these are plastic, and these are not mercury balls. These are plastic. I brought them exclusively for crafting. Okay, they're going to start at $5, and they're repops of beautiful mercury bead ones. But I do craft wreaths, Christmas wreaths, and I also put these on top of packages as instead of a card or a bow. It's like a little bow. So there's one of this. They're plastic. They're not in perfect condition, but they're fantastic for so there's one of the little vase, and there's the horn with the bow. Let's get this on the right side. Hold on. Horn with the bow. Where is it? There we are. Gold with the bow. So see, this is cheaper than the dollar store, and you don't have to worry about ruining your vintage ornaments. Blue, no hanger, but I mean, if you're going to use them to hang, you can, they're a dime a dozen. And red. There's a little bit of crazing on the vase, but not on the horns. So $5 for these for crafting, and I'm going to just move that on because either you're a crafter and you want them, or you. And then these are a similar vein. They 10. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 of the reproduction plastic ones. Some are crackled. Some are a little bit crazed. $10. I'll include the box. Once again, they're strictly for crafting. Well, I mean, I don't know about that. One could put them on their tree if they want, but they certainly are on, their front door wreath if you don't want to do crafting or package topper. But they're not vintage. They're plastic. Okay, so these are 10. Hey, Wordsmith, how's it going? Tell Evelyn hello for me, please. So, because these are just your basic for crafting, and I don't necessarily expect a lot of interest, and I will use them if no one buys them. I'm just going to go ahead and say pass. If later and you're interested in something, go ahead and send me an email and you watch it later, and we can do something about that. Okay. So this is just a little cutie. It's another thing like the compost doll. This is the grandma. This is the grandma. She actually comes with a grandpa, but I do not have the grandpa. I only have the grandma. She is this fine spun hair, almost like a spun head. She has little markings on her forehead. I guess they're supposed to be wrinkles. I just got that. I just got that, y'all. I was like, what in the world? She has this beautiful little fancy hat. If some of you are probably familiar with her little outfit, her legs do not bend. She has little polka bloomers with her green stockings, her little hands. You could have her holding a basket. Her arms do move. She has her little wire glasses, which are often missing. She is, I believe, from the 1960s. She's 5 inches tall, and she starts at $7. $7, 5 inches tall, little grandma Christmas doll. I'd put a basket and put like little miniature pine cones or sea glass, or maybe take some tiny dry flower petals and glue see, I'm not a crafter in here, I'm saying all this stuff. Glue like a green stem and make a little mistletoe or red roses flower basket. She could hold a Mercury ornament. She could hold just one, actually. The width in between her hands, and there's no damage to her. The width in between her hands is about an inch. About an inch. So, grandma's $7. She's super cute, all original. Here's her little hair with her little bun. And her little hat. No damage. I think these were made in Taiwan, I believe. So Taiwan is 70s, not 60s. 70s and 80s. But she was definitely early 70s. Okay. We're going to pass on grandma. Did I put grandma in? I don't know, but we're just going to say pass on grandma. At man alive. I cannot do this myself again next time. I'm just, it's too much multitasking for me. Okay. Okay. This is the late 1800s to about 1917. 1 cup and saucer of porcelain with gold painted, hand painted swans. They're good luck. They're not swans, they're egrets. Excuse me, they're snowy egrets. They are not swans. This was used by the people who owned the set, but it was not. Boy, that's really annoying me. I'm going to move the ring light. But it was really well taken care of. I think these are stunning. It has these very fine gold markings on the bottom. But what they mean, and if it's an artist signature, I have no idea. I do know, and it has gold paint around the bottom. I do know that I've seen a few of these on eBay. Here's the saucer, mimicking the same pattern. You can see here that someone used these because that's exactly where the cup sits, and there's like a ring. It is from, at the latest, 1918. It is, well, good Lord, I'm so sorry. Oh, and these things. 5 inches. 5 inches. The saucer is 5 inches. And this little thing starts at $12. It's vintage. It's 100 years old. And so it definitely, has a little bit of wear. It's no crazy, no chips, no cracks, but it's 100 years old. Egret. Exactly. Egret, not swans, Connie. There you go. And I believe that this is Bavaria. It's made in Bavaria. Because I've seen green lamps like this before. Hold on. Let me look with my magnifying glass. See if that does any good. Nope. This is turn of the century, hand painted in Japan with I wish I could show this to you, with the mountain and the flowers around. And that signified a specific studio, which I have seen before in turn of the century. So this is from a studio in Japan at the turn of the century. And I see, yeah, I agree. I love this. I drink coffee. I drink coffee like crazy. I drink Peet's coffee. I started drinking Peet's coffee from the original Peet's in Berkeley with Mr. Pete, attending the bar in the late 70s. And I never looked back. So I'm a Peetnik, and I won't accept. I will drink Starbucks when I'm traveling, but I'm a Peetnik. Die hard. It's hard healing. There you go, wordsmith. If you're gonna drink tea, then do it right. 100%. Hey, Amanda. You cut out and was listening out for the start and it never happened? No, Amanda. This time I knew exactly how to start this live, and I started it right away. Now, Amanda, I'm going to apologize because I set up this one yesterday for today, September 27th. And when I went in a half an hour before we started, I saw that I had already so smartly done that last week. So there were 2 September 27th. And I deleted the one that had a picture of things I was not selling today. So that's my bad. This is my learning curve. Thank you for finding me, Amanda. Maybe that's why I don't have that many people, because they were waiting for the notification from the first one. And then they're like, oh, well, she must have canceled. Okay. So I see Connie in at 12. And I'm going to go ahead and do a 10-second countdown for Connie. Let me just put this back out of the way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sold to Connie. Thank you, Connie. I think you'll really like it. And if you don't, please let me know. For whatever reason, give me feedback about it, if you don't like it. And of course, we all know that shipping is not included in the sold price. I use Pirate Ship. I live in California. I'm either in Mendocino County in my rural valley at my homestead, where I currently am, in the middle of nowhere, which is where my heart is. Or I ship from the San Francisco Bay Area, but I use Pirate Ship. I always give a pound to my packages because serious wrapping so nothing breaks, and then the item weight itself. And so I give good shipping rates, and I pack really well. So thank you, Connie. Again, Connie, don't forget to send me your information by the end of today. I really appreciate it. Okay. I love this stuff. Some people don't care too much. Excuse me. For it, but I think it's really cool. And I feel fortunate enough to find 2 of them. What do we think this is, people? This is the only little tiny ding on his leaf. This is a barn owl on a beautiful fall log. He's chalkware. He's a chalkware guy. So he's older. I mean, and I'm going to go with 50s. I do not think he was your typical carnival prize. Because I just don't see an owl as something that you'd win at the carnival. In the 1930s. I could be crazy. I could be totally wrong. I don't think so. I think he's beautiful. He's perfect for the fall. Sorry. Like I just said, I'm a birder. So he is a barn owl, a small white owl. No chips, no cracks. Here's his model number. Right there. Whatever that means, because who knows who the maker is. I don't have a clue. If anyone does. Hey, Leanne. How's it going? Thank you for lurking. If anyone knows who the maker of this is, please feel free to educate me. I always want to learn. He's got his talons gripping this log. I just think he's stunning. So this guy starts at 20. He's $20. He's 6 inches tall by about 6 inches wide. His colors are amazing. I promise that I will pack him very thoroughly because he is chalkware. You know what, Wordsmith? People have been, I lost my chat last night at Calypso Cat's live sale. I mean, it just disappeared and I had to leave and come back in. It was, and that was the first time that ever happened to me. It was very odd. I thought someone had timed me out and I couldn't understand why. So this is him. He starts at 20, 6 inches tall, 6 inches wide. And I'm just going to put 20. Good, Wordsmith. And if anyone changes their mind or sees this later and is interested in the owl, let me know. Did I just put 420? Yeah, that's hilarious on many levels. Number one, that's my birthday. Number two, I, for many years, have been a bookkeeper for legal cannabis farms here in Mendocino County, and 420 is, I don't know, some kind of holiday for cannabis smokers. So let's try that again. $20 start, and then I'm going to put pass. That is really funny. If you don't hold the shift key down, that's what happens. Okay, now this is just a cute little. It is a mini boy. See, that's what I mean about the ring light. I either love it or hate it. It's either too bright or not bright enough. Good grief. How can I? Let's see if I take that all the way away. This is lemon yellow. You can, when it's in the shadows, you could, there you go. Lemon yellow. See that? Lemon yellow. Miniature little pitcher. California pottery. It is, excusez-moi, about 2 inches tall. and it's lemon yellow. This light, it's very clouded over and kind of foggy outside. It rained the other day. It's moving into fall. On the bottom, now I need the ring light. See, hold on. On the bottom, where are you? It says USA. You see it? USA for California pottery. That's, they would put USA a lot. Sometimes California pottery, sometimes an actual maker. And it's just 2 inches tall, and it is $10. Start. I think it's perfect for people who collect California pottery. I do. Just a little mini picture, and you could just set it would look nice mixed in with your glass, right? Mixed in with your miniature collections, mixed in with your Christmas or Halloween decor. You could put a teeny tiny little flower in here if you'd like. No one's ever used this for anything. $10. And I'm going to move on. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Oh, this is an interesting thing, y'all. I found it. It's going to take a special buyer who wants to preserve this history. And I'm not sure. I could not let them sit at the thrift store to be thrown out because someone really cared. So they're $12 choice. Here we go. There's 2 of them. They are 8 inches around. They are this patterned, ruffled, encased, like deep ocean aqua blue plates made to commemorate 1918 to 1978. These 5 African American women who were in the Christian Methodist Episcopal Church. They were the Women's Missionary Council. And there's women here from 1955, 63, 1971 to 79, 1939 to 1955 with their names. So these are commemorative plates that someone had made with their photographs embedded on them. There's 2 of them. This is not showing the kind of turquoise blue color once again. That's still not the color. I need I don't know how to. This is not the right color, y'all. It is. Wish I had something to make it different. Does that help? Not really. It's more of a teal. So it's bluish in the light, and then it's like a teal blue, a deep teal blue, not in the light, because in that's all I can do. There's 2 of them. I think they're an important part of our history. I do not know who they are. I do not care. They cared very much about what they did. Inside the circles is all like their codes and their ethics. Each one has words written on it in a wheel of their ethics. And they are, I think they're lovely, but it's going to take the right buyer. No chips, no cracks. Hashtag no chips, no cracks. $12 choice. And I'm going to pass. Okay. 1980s. Here we go. I'm getting up. Like I said, I got to get the cart. I got to get all my cart stuff because I craft so much. Not off my cart and bring it over here. Okay, 1980s ceramic long-necked cat. He's about 5. Let me see. My hand is 5 inches tall and about 2.5 inches wide. He's got the flowers. Paint him on in the style of Delft blue, but I don't believe he actually is. Hashtags no chips, no cracks. White and blue, dark blue and light blue. This is just the bottom. That is so the mold wouldn't blow. This ceramic long neck cat starts at $10. Let's see if I can do this with my hand, y'all. $10. I think he'd look really nice in the bathroom. What a weird thing to say, right? In a bathroom, or she would look really nice on a side table in your guest room. Maybe next to a nice bottle of water, tumble up. Maybe on top of a stack of books that you're leaving for your guests to read while they're there. Maybe on your own stack of vintage books that you have on your vintage shelves, like my shelves that are building over there. Tail curls around. $10. And I'm going to pass on this guy. So there's going to be a lot for anyone who comes and watches the recap to decide if they want, and to get in touch with me about at the aforementioned email that I've dropped in the chat several times. And when I'm done with this video, I will try to see if I can edit and pin my information to the chat. I don't know if I can, but I'll check it out. Okay. This is the highlight of my show. And she is going to start at $40. She is a California pottery pincushion girl. She has no damage. She has no crazing. Here is where her pincushion would have been. Now, I've seen one other of these, and the one other actually was a pincushion. This one was left as a planter, but you could fill in with the red material and make it into a pincushion with the cotton batting inside. She is an adorable little nugget. I couldn't snatch her fast enough when I found her. I had no idea what she was, but I knew she was something special. Her face kills me. She's got her little yellow dress with her red bow, her brunette, light brunette hair, and her watering pail. She's out to water like little Miss Muffet, sat on a tuffet, which kind of makes sense that then she would be a pincushion girl. You see the bottom? So I'm going with California pottery, although often Royal Copley did this double bar on the bottom. However, and it's got that beautiful shiny paint like Royal Copley, but I can't say that it's Royal Copley with any in any of my research. I couldn't find that. She is rare, and she's rare. She's a rare item. I have been able to find one. And she's a pin cushion, and she's not in as nice a shape. She even has the 4 little holes painted. So this is for someone who collects California pottery or possibly Royal Copley, but even though it's got that, or even possibly vaguely Shawnee, but I don't think so. I talked to a couple other resellers about this and came up with California pottery. She is, what is she? She's almost 6 inches tall, about 5.5 by almost 5 inches around. And I don't see any interest in her. And that's okay, because there will be interest in her one day. I'll bring her back if someone doesn't contact me. But she's a highlight of my show today. I love her. Okay. Okay, these are just fun, and I think they're pretty cool. But let's see what y'all think. 1950s chant. There's 3 of them. They're wall hangers. There is the yellow goldfinch on what looks to be lemons, although it's interesting lemons. These are starting at 16 for all 3. It says goldfinch. It's got a model number, and it's got a label, but I can't make out that label. Now I know that I think it was Yukago did silver label in Japan, but I can't make this label out, so I leave that to you. And see how they have the string for the wall hanging. So this is the yellow finch. No chips, no cracks to him. This is the blue jay or Stellar's jay. Could be either. It looks more East Coast, so I'm going to go with a Stellar's jay on apple tree. They are 3 inches round. Again, blue jay with the model number, and again that sticker, which I cannot read anymore. It's so faded. And last but not least, this one says it is a Tangier. Is a Tangier. Now, he's on grapes. He has one little tiny end piece of his wing gone. But it took me 10 times of looking at him before I even noticed that. It's just not something that's really noticeable. And again, Tangier, same sticker and model number. $16 for all 3. I think they'd be beautiful. Hanging together, I was thinking of hanging them in my kitchen, staggered, like this, with maybe my, I just bought a set of Mary Mushroom Sears and Roebuck canisters. I can't wait to open the box. I haven't opened it yet. I've only had it for a week. I haven't opened it. I was thinking that these would look really cool above something like that, because it's apples, grapes, and lemons. And in birds. I mean, I don't know. Somehow that just says kitchen to me. Why? I don't know, but it does. 3 inches around. Nothing else is wrong on any of these. And like I said, if I hadn't noticed that tiny little chip on that one wing after the 10th time of looking at them, I wouldn't have a clue. 1950s Japan. Okay. Getting down to some brooches and a couple last item, guys. Pass. Boom. Okay. I already did the enamel flower brooch. Which one is this? Tan. Okay. So let's do this pin. If anyone wants me to show the brooches again, let me know. Or you can just fast forward backwards and find it. Okay. This is teeny tiny, kind of a peach tan swirl with a faux marquisette type diamond stone in the middle. I would say that this is 1970s. Could be as early as the 50s, although the clasp begs to differ. But this is just the thinner pot metal with the leaves. Here's the clasp. It's very, very lightweight, which leads me to think earlier than the 70s, but then the clasp take me into the early 70s. So it could be 50s, but the jury is out on that. This little pin is $7. $7. It's good fall colors. It can be, I believe this would actually be a great gentleman's tie pin. I actually believe that that's what this was for, that this was for a gentleman and not a lady. I believe it was a tie pin. It is about 1.5 to 2 inches. Okay. I am going to pass on that one. Interest of time. And sorry, flipping the page, flipping the script. This is going to start at 14. It is a green and white with a faux pearl with no damage on the pearl enamel brooch. Starts at 14. You know, this is not marked, but it is enameled over metal in such a way that it really reminds me of listener, Listner, or Lisner, but there is no marking, so I cannot claim that for sure. I often would find pieces that were just the pin or just the necklace or just the earrings, and these things came in a set, or just the bracelet. They would come in a set, and only one of those items would be marked and the other left unmarked. So back when I only sold vintage jewelry, I had a lot of books, a lot of sellers who were friends, and we pieced out the history. Now, because this has been in a box for about 20 years, I don't have any notes anymore, but my best guess would be listener. I think this would be gorgeous. Your holiday parties going into fall. It's got your standard oh god, lordy, just a screw back, slight V'd, not a C, slight V, riveted on clasp. No damage. And it is about 2 inches around. I wear brooches on virtually every overshirt or sweater and jacket I have now. Okay, so that's that one. I'm going to pass on it. Y'all aren't talking to me. I have my stuff in the chat. Connie, thank you for saying. So different. It's just me. It looks really weird. I don't like it. I've been a moderator for other smaller resellers, and where I'm typing in like repeatedly over and over and over again, and no one else is saying anything, and it starts to look really funny. Okay, here you go with one. 1960s, 3 inches around, red, white, and blue. So, is this very patriotic colors? Yes, it is. Could it be worn at Christmas? Absolutely. It's a dual purpose brooch. It is 3 inches around. It is a flower, red, white, and blue. It is enamel. It has this type of pin backing. These were made both in the USA and in Japan. So take your best guess. It starts at 15. No damage. Not much to say. It is here. It is fabulous. It is why I kept it for 20 years. I know that there's more out there, and that brooches are really hot right now with hashtag bring back the brooch. But I like the way, but still, I like the way that the white actually look and the red look like little hearts. See how they did that? How they cut them out, and they really actually are little hearts with like a blue button. It's about 3 inches. Yes. Okay. This is going to start at 12. This is a mini. This is just about an inch. This is red spots on pushed up and over little petals with a blue center enamel pen. Nowhere. And this one is a little older. It has still a safety clasp, but it's a little older. I believe this one is 1960s, likely made in Japan. It is adorable. It would look great on this shirt, for instance. It's very hard to show you guys, but it would look really cute right here. It would also look really cute just on your collar, or if I was wearing a hat, look great on a hat. It's hard to hold because it's so small. that my fingers just covered up. But it would look really cute on a hat. It would look really cute as like a little barrette. Would I take 35 for all three, Connie? Hold on. For oh really, Kathy? Did she? That's interesting. Connie, 35 for all three. Which ones? I showed the green and white, the large flower, and the white and speckled. So that's 30. I have it at 29, 39, 41. Would I take 35? How about, Connie, if we're bargaining, and I'm assuming you're talking about this one, and this one. How about 36, Connie? So that's a $5 discount. Yes? Okay. I'm going to do a 10-second countdown for all three of those that I just showed. Thank you, Connie. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sold. All three enamel. Oops, sorry. Here we are typing words, my friends. Enamel pins to Connie. Thank you, Connie. I think that was totally reasonable. Let me make a note of that you're paying $36 plus shipping for all three. Thank you. You'll really love them. And you know what? I would I collected them for years. No problem, Connie. Like I said, I have these boxes I've had for 20 years. And I just couldn't get rid of them because I love them so much. But they would also make wonderful little Christmas gifts, right? Hey, Patricia, what's going on? Thank you for popping in. We're getting near the end of my sale, but I so appreciate you showing up and supporting me. I really do. Okay, so let me put aside for Connie. And I will always consider something like that, Connie. I really appreciate it. So now I'm going to show one more brooch because I have them all lined up in order. This is a 1950s 1 inch around marcasite stone set. So it's better quality. Little flower. You see the stones? These are better quality stones. The way they sparkle and they're deeply inset. You see that? So they're not bright and shiny like Aurora Borealis rhinestone. They look more like a real marcasite, which is a type of stone. There's none missing. It's on a silver colored metal. It's thicker, but it is not silver. It is not marked silver. If it is silver, it will blow me down because it's not marked, but it's definitely better quality. I do not know the maker at this time. Here's the back. It is 1 inch around. It's filigreed, 1950s, possibly as late as the 70s, because this kind of quality and costume is being made into the 70s. And this one is $20. And I will put that in my little start at 20. Sorry about my phone. With my dad, even though I'm in my homestead and not at my dad's house, I can't turn my phone off in case it was an emergency. So this is just a beautiful thing. And it's not going to ever have metal loss coming off because it's not done in that set on. There's a word for how they put on. I forgot what it is. They flash it on. That this is not it. It's actually a type of metal. So here it is. And it's too little. It's too little. I can't show it well on my shirt, but I'm going to put in pass. Okay. So these are 1970s, most likely. This is when they were putting these things together. And this is when I remember them starting to be huge at local stores and flea markets. What I believe this is a necklace made from African trading beads. This was a very popular thing beginning in the 70s. It has that one cap on that side, the larger beads with lighter orange ones here and over there. And you see how this is kind of a cruder, older way of clasping it together. And then it has this little heart lock at the end. I believe that was added later. Here it's just your basic clasp that someone put on there with a jump ring. These beads, they were African trading beads. I remember when I was in my 20s, there was a antique shop on the corner across the street from the flea market that dealt only in beads. And they had the cobalt blue from the turn of the century and the trading beads, and they were really pricey. 20 cobalt blue beads were $25. Something like this would have been about $40. I am starting this at 18. And how long is it? Well, that's a really good question. So here, with me going all the way to the end, it is that long. I'll measure it from end to end, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think it's 16 strands of these gorgeous red beads. If you don't like this necklace, you could take it apart and use it for something else. But these are harder and harder to find, the authentic older trading beads. So at its long, about the clasp, it's about 9 inches with 13. So that makes it 26 all the way around at its longest. But with the extender, you could probably make it as short as 24. So these are authentic. They are not coral beads, but they are the old trading beads. They're put together on string. See how this is, they're double like that. These are the authentic ones, and you're not going to find them that often. $18 start. And I will put that in, and I'm going to put pass. Does someone stay with my dad? Connie, he had a couple health conditions, but they're not, he doesn't need medical care in that way. He's very independent still. He has mild cognitive impairment, but every time he does get sick, which he's starting to do more and more often based on his other health conditions, he loses a little bit more of his ability for new information. So creating routine. So the answer is no. Although at this point, because he's been getting sick frequently and he's fine, and then all of a sudden he's not, and he needs to go to the hospital like right then, I have a caregiver coming in for 2 hours every night and taking his blood pressure and his temperature and just checking out his cognition and making sure he's not acting funny. So in that sense, someone is there every evening while he's eating dinner for a couple hours to check on him and help him out. And my daughter and her husband live in the in-law downstairs in my family home. So, and he's got a lady who brings him in food, freshly cooked every week. He just microwaves it. He knows how to use Instacart. He's 86 and he was a leading researcher and famous around the world. So he's pretty dang smart. It's just new information and that getting sick, and he doesn't know he's sick. He doesn't know he's sick. So he's going around doing really weird things with 102-degree temperature, and he doesn't have a clue, because when you're 86, it's like a delirium. So there's a long answer that you probably didn't need. Okay. But I gave it anyway. All right. Here's a couple last things, guys. Viking. Anyone recognize this? Viking short blue swung vase. Right? How many fingers does it? 1, 2, 3, 6. 6 fingers. It is not Blunique. It is like ice ocean blue. I don't know how to explain it. Sorry. Here's the base. It is. Here's the longest finger. At the longest finger, 6 inches. 6 inches tall by now 2.5, almost 3 around. Again, because I have hard mineral water, mega calcium. I cleaned this, but it still has just a little bit of dust at the bottom that I cannot get to, so it needs some effort, and that'll come right out. This starts at $20. Viking 6-inch blue glass short finger swung vase. No chips, no cracks. Just needs a little bit of cleaning. Connie. Connie, if you're on Instagram, you can find me on Instagram, and we could chat more about that. I have a lot of good information. I'm sure you do too as a caregiver. Thank you for asking, Connie, and I feel you. It's a lot. My mom passed 15 months ago, and they were married 65 years, so it's a lot. It's a lot. Most of my life has been spent with them at our family home for the last almost 3 years, and not here at my homestead. And it will continue that way until we're through. Okay, $20. Viking swung vase. Perfect for Christmas time. Winter. Pass. Okay. Let me look at what I did or didn't do. Aha. Just a couple items and then we're done. Scarf vintage. Connie, always. A lot of breaths. Hit me up on Instagram. Okay. this is going to start at 15. I think this is wonderful. Winter coats, holidays, dark days, brighten it up, right? I'm going to open it up. Hand rolled, not silk, but polyester. It's really absolutely early to late 70s. I know you can't see me, but the point here is to see the scarf and not me. No pulls, no damage. The tag says it is a, oh, good Lord, Glinty. Glinty was a well-known name in the 60s into maybe the early 70s. This is 60s, 100% polyester. The early 70s, machine wash, made in Japan. This is a well-known vintage scarf company. It is in your face. It is hold on. That's confusing even me. 26.5 inches square. 26.5 inches. So over 2 feet. Over 2 feet. And what I like to do with these is obviously do like that. And I get rid of the middle and just do like this. And then you could do it the other way around if you like. And use it in your hair or around here as a scarf that you leave open and you just tuck in your winter jacket. It, again, starts at 15, which I paid more than half that. But again, I wasn't going to let this go in the garbage. Beautiful colors. Bold. Not for everyone. And they are, this is a red. It is not orange. It is red, purple, blue, and green. With the check, kind of Peter Panish. Then the diagonal lines in the middle. So, right, the other way to wear it would be just put it around your neck and you tuck it in. Tuck it in. Right. And then you see the whole thing. I'm modeling a scarf. I don't wear scarves anymore. I used to wear scarves. I still have quite a collection of them, but I don't wear them anymore. So I'm passing them on. Okay. We got just a couple things. Pass. And then I will close for the day. I'll show you this and then the last two things that are just kind of ho-hum. And if anyone has a question about something, you can get back to me through email after the sale, or you can ask me at the end. So this is new, early 2000s online. It is not vintage. However, it is really well made, and it's so lovely that I couldn't leave it behind. So it's 7 inches tall by almost 5 inches wide. Beautiful piece of like bringing back the drip look with punched in, not punched in, but like, you know, squat, dented in. It's black and turquoise. It's got this mouth. This might be a good, here you go. That shows the bumps. This is, some of you might recognize this. CBS or 2BC. Good Lord, which one is it? CB2, made in Vietnam. This is early 2000s Bed Bath & Beyond online piece. Yeah, bring back the scarf, Connie. So this is better quality online Bed Bath & Beyond, made in Vietnam, early 2000s, about 7 inches tall and about 5 inches wide. It is starting at 18. Hey, Podal, how's it going? Oh, good Lord. And there goes me not doing the 4, see? Because I'm typing with my one finger on my left hand. So this starts at 18. I think this is perfect for winter. It is blue turquoise. It's mimicking the drip glaze. It's not vintage, but this piece probably sold at Bed Bath & Beyond online, one of their higher goods. It's heavy. It's thicker. I'm going with $50. And there's absolutely nothing wrong. Hashtag no chips, no cracks. I think it would be beautiful with some dried flowers or mistletoe or red picks coming out of it over the mantle at Christmas. Poodle. So it probably weighs about 2/3 of a pound. Super heavy. Early 2000s. $18. And I am, hey, I just met you. Hold on. How's it going? 710 is oil upside down. It is. But we went through this last night on Calypso Cat's channel. And your name is not Dave. Maybe Dave, not Mike. What's your name? We just went through this last night. Already, I can't remember. Troy. Bam. Troy. Hi, Troy. Thank you, Connie. I'm like, what's his name? We just went through this. So, Poodle. Hi, honey. Yes, I do still have the 3 bird plates. Is that what you're asking me about? They are still available. I think they're gorgeous. And the 3 bird plates were... Where are they? $16 for all 3, Poodle. Did you want them, Poodle? If you do, I'll type in sold because I already went over them. And for anyone who's just popped on, you can watch back over this and send me an email. Oh, awesome. Okay, 3 bird hanging plates sold to Poodle for... Yes, replay. Exactly. For 16. Yay, Poodle. Good job. I love those plates. I'm a birder and I love the plates. Poodle. Hey, Poodle, did you get your box? And was it packed good enough? I was worried with the kaolin spelled backwards. Lanocan Mission Swirl and the drip pottery McCoy ice pitcher together. I was worried that one or the other might get broken. So Poodle, tell me that they arrived safely before I do my last 2 items. Please. And thank you. Okay. I pack really well. So, okay. All right. So here's the last 2 things. And then if anyone wants to see something, they came in late and you know what it is because, you went back through the chat or whatever, let me know. Okay. So more like for Christmas gifts. And doing this, I feel like Trisha right now. I can't help it. Because this is not usually my cup of tea, but it's all right. So I love this. The Big Book of Harley Davidson. Okay, this thing must weigh 4 pounds. Hey, how's it going, Tammy? Thank you for popping in at the very end. I really appreciate your support. I'm got 2 items and then I'm done. If you see anything, let me know. Otherwise, I just appreciate the support. And if anyone out there wants to give me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. So this gigantic book, y'all, it was, hold on, I'm looking. It was published in 1991. Copyright Harley Davidson Incorporated. All right, served. Okay, we're going to do a Trisha thing here. Because, whoa, a card just fell out. Now that was fascinating. It got motorcycles. It's got advertisement. It's got the whole history of people who owned Harley Davidsons, manufactured them, the advertising. It starts at 15. It will ship media mail. So if you're looking for a Christmas gift, this is a Christmas gift. It talks about the history on the back. In 1903 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 4 enterprising young men sought to take the labor out of bicycling, and what was created became an American classic, right? I'm serious. This thing weighs 4 pounds. It starts 15 media mail, Christmas gifts. So, I mean, here's an intro to a chapter, the 1950s, right? So anyone, who's a motorcycle enthusiast, and I have friends who are, will love this book. Look at how cool it is. The graphics are fabulous. The history is fabulous. All the advertisements. It is, good God, this thing is making my shoulder hurt. It starts from the 1900s, and every chapter is another decade. So 1910s, 20s, 30s, through the 1990s, chapter 10. And it has, hold on, the dust jacket is in perfect condition, and it has, how many pages? Geez, hold on. 300 pages, including the index. This is, hold on 1 second. This is really difficult to do. I don't know how that, Trisha, this must be how Trisha keeps her arms so slim and muscly, is by holding up all these big books on Friday nights. I'm not kidding. So we in the era with the huge torn Harley Davidsons, right? Okay. This book is being put out because it is so heavy. And something fell out of it as I opened it up. So we're just going to check out what it is. That's a card to Gary. And it picture of a 1990 Heritage Softail Classic Harley Davidson, which at that time cost $11,195. And in here it says, "Happy trails, Gary, birthday boy, love Kelly and Heather." So this was Big Boy Gary's book. So it would make a fabulous Christmas gift. excellent coffee table book. I mean, there's just pages and pages of the entire history of Harley Davidson pour over. I'm going to leave that in there. Okay. Now, this was published in 1981. This is a republish in 1983 of popular nursery rhymes. I bought this because I always like the graphics in stuff like this. When they use the old graphics, even if they're reproduced, you can scan them and use them for crafting. You can scan them and make them into your Christmas cards, your birthday cards, your postcards, or you can read the books to your kids, or if you really want to, you can cut the book up and use it for your journaling. So this book is going to start at $10. Let me put pass on the other one. And now 10. So this has 160 pages. I can't see you, so hopefully you can see this, right? It has illustrations like this. It also has some just in black and white. It has, look at the kid. It looks like a little old man. Yeah. It's pretty funny to me. Sorry. What story was that? Little Polly Flinders. I actually remember this. Little Polly Flinders, first published in 1805. Little Polly Flinders sat among the cinders, warming her pretty little toes. Her mother came and caught her and whipped her little daughter for spoiling her nice new clothes. That's terrible. That was a terrible thing. Just ignore that. That was terrible. I'm so sorry. And it has ones like this that are almost kind of like a little book or a postcard. They reproduced it where you can see the book pages. And so, yeah, it's Sing a Song of Sixpence, Pocket Full of Rye. We all know that one. That one's not sad. At least I don't think it is. I hope not. Okay. In good condition, there's a tiny bend right here. I think this was well read and a little bit here, but the pages are fine. There's no foxing. There's no odors. I would say that was probably read to a child and possibly by a child. So I'm going to say pass. And that's what I got today. It's been a little over 2 hours. So to all of you that showed up today, I really appreciate it. The first 20 minutes or so, no one was here. And then I had one person. And then I had 2 people. And I thought, ooh, I just need to shut it down and do it later. So I appreciate all of you showing up. If you want to give me a thumbs up, I greatly appreciate that. Again, if you rewatch and you see anything, please email me at mscwalker@att.net. I use Pirate Ship. I'm in California. Currently, I'm in Mendocino County in my rural homestead. If you can see outside, it's foggy and gray over my valley. And the other 2 weeks, I'm in the Bay Area in Berkeley at my family home, and I ship from there. So that's it. Anyone have any questions, or is there anything you want to see that you saw that I showed, but you weren't here? Oh, good. Poodle. Yay. I was so worried about the 1930s mission squirrel and the McCoy heavy McCoy drip thing bashing together no matter how well I packaged it. Oh, I'm so glad. That made me nervous. And I'm glad you like them. Okay. I don't see any questions. So I'm going to say thank you. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. And I'll catch you next week. And of course, in other chats. Bye. Have a good day.